Hello investors, welcome to Chart Shastra. Today is day 13 of our 100-day price action challenge. I think this is the most interesting day we ever had since we began our challenge. Because today Nifty almost recovered 620 points from its low. Here you can see that the range was around 600 points. So that's not something which happens every day. In fact, today morning I thought market is about to correct and again the sentiment of the market has turned bad, but in fact, especially the large caps, the top 50 names has recovered much and in fact closed much stronger. You see, there is a very stark difference here, right? Between the Nifty 50 and Nifty Next 50. Nifty Next 50 too recovered, but it ended negatively 0.16%, whereas Nifty 50 has ended 0.9%. That is very strong. In fact, I have been telling you that you could expect another pullback in the mid cap space, small cap space, and micro cap, which is very natural, and you would ideally see a support somewhere around here, right? Which is exactly we have seen today. If you can see the even the small cap name, this is the small cap index. Even the index corrected almost 1.5%, 1.8% at some point of the day, but again there was a quick buying support here. Same story in the Nifty micro cap index. See, that's why charts help you stay calmer during these tough times. Even if you were panicked that again market was about to sell off, see, it always gets buying at its support. Yesterday we were talking that this was the crucial resistance which acted previously, now which would act as the support level. That's what exactly happened. This is why I stress that. Learn to see charts. This will help you stay calm. Same again, Bank Nifty, one of the strongest recoveries today. In fact, the market was down and Bank Nifty almost touched this 50,000, 52,200. But again, it took a strong support, and you would see the same form in the bank PSU Bank Index too. Again, these are getting very strong day by day. PSU Bank did not recover that much as the private sector, but again, look at IT guys. I'm stressing a lot about this IT space because that's what happening. US market Nasdaq has crossed 20,000. I mean, US market is hitting its all-time high, which is highly beneficial for the IT stocks. That's why we are seeing a strong rally in the IT name. You see that there is in fact no hesitation in the IT space, unlike other. Even Auto 2 tried its best today. Reality again, you will see that similar pattern that all the names would be down today and there would be a sharp recovery. Same happened in pharma. In fact, infra has closed much stronger. This helped Nifty moved higher. We would see a deep dive analysis on our Nifty. In fact, FMCG too. At one point of time, it almost touched its previous support level. I thought this would again initiate a new selling in FMCG, and thank God, finally we saw some recovery here. Telecom, in fact, one of the strongest sector today. In fact, it helped to lift the Nifty. Healthcare did not participate much, just like pharma. Again, media, see, when the recovery is not so great, right? So that's what about the sector analysis. Now let's see how each individual stock has done. In fact, Reliance was up 1% today. Even TCS, you see, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, always the chart will help you stay calm during the tough times here. TCS took its support at this important crucial support and again bounced back. Same with HDFC, right? This was our entry. It came exactly to our entry point because that was the crucial breakout range, and again it had a very strong day. Even Bharati Airtel, I was telling you that this would be a new buy for Bharati Airtel today because I like this kind of price action. Look at the stock is you can just simply draw the trend line here, right? We can simply delete this and the trend line got broken in Airtel today, and this would be our new initial long. I like this trend. It tried to move here, got rejected, and there was a tight consolidation. And last 2 days, you see, in fact, today it was one of the largest gainers in Nifty 50 stocks. So it is up 4.4%. ICICI, another strong name. Infosys, again, strong closing, strong closing. SBI, again, strong closing. That's what we need. The market is not weak. In fact, today's sell off might created some form of panic during the beginning of the day, but the closing was very strong. There is no need to panic. Even ITC stocks like ITC, Hindustan Unilever, they tried. Yesterday it breached its low, right? Again, today it tried to close above this level. This is a good. Even LIC, the weak name, is also trying to act strong today. We were talking about HCL Tech, right? Why it is moving, why it would need some time again. Today, you see, there is a very strong breakout and strong came out of this strong consolidation. This would be another pyramid buy if you want to add. If you missed HCL Tech adding here, this would be the perfect day to add another leg here. LNT, we were talking about this name, right? We need some consolidation here and a strong bounce back. That's what exactly happened in LNT too. Same Sun Pharma, Bajaj Finance too. In fact, it too tested this low, but again got recovered. Currently, it is interesting to watch that this 7200 level would be taken out or not. NTPC, although much weaker because we did not see. You see the remaining names, there is a difference. All of them closed above yesterday's high, right? If you look at Infosys, if you look at SBI, if you look at even ITC, yesterday's high, they closed about yesterday's high, but NTPC did not. That's what I tell about the weak names. Stay away from weak names. Axis 2, not much, but TK. At least we got some recovery here. Maruti 2 tried its best, but again, although the entire, we can just simply draw a resistance line here. As long as Maruti is not above 11,500 level, we won't be looking at it much seriously. In fact, look at this Kotak. That's what I'm talking about daily. We need a strong closing above 1800, and finally Kotak happened. Let's hope that the same strength continues in Kotak. Then we would see a much stronger move in Bank Nifty because HDFC, ICICI, SBI, and Kotak are the heavyweights. And the first three names were acting very strong. Just Axis and Kotak were missing. Let's hope that if Kotak acts well, we would see a very strong rally in Bank Nifty too. Even M&M, I think we are ready here for M&M. Look at this tightening. I mean, it's a very beautiful pattern. Any breakout above this line, I would take position in M&M. That would give you a beautiful entry. And look at here, your risk would be only 3%. And if you are still worried, you can put 4% at max. 4% risk only for a large cap name. I would be closely watching this name. We might see an entry very probably in the next week. It already tried here, but again it got consolidated and a breakout here. So carefully watch for M&M because last time too it gave a beautiful entry here, which I took and made some decent 11-12% in just 10 days. Now again looks like M&M is about to give the entry. ONGC again not so great. It is still weaker. Tata Motors too. Let's just ignore this name. Look at this UltraTech Cement. I think today it closed at 12,000 level. I think for aggressive traders they could have entered somewhere here. This breakout, right? They could have entered somewhere here with a stop loss of 2.3%. If you want to be very sure, you could again take an entry somewhere when it breaks out this level. So for an aggressive entry, this 11,960 would be a perfect entry with a stop loss of 2.2%. Whereas for a risk averse trader, you can if there is a breakout on Monday, you can entry and your stop loss would be same 4%. See, the look at the sentiment changing and money moving into the market. Look at the slowly the money is moving into banks and infra space. Even Adani tried its best today, but again a bit boring stock. Power grid, okay, decent price action today, but not so. Still a lot better than NTPC, NHPC, and BHEL, right? But let's wait for this level to be taken out. Titan, another strong day here. We can just draw a line with now it is approaching this resistance. Let's wait and watch. Bajaj Auto, see that's the difference between the weak name and the strong name. Look at M&M chart, how beautiful it is, and look at Bajaj Auto, how weak it is. Adani Ports, again, let's ignore Adani names. Coal India still, just like NTPC, not at all recovering. We don't want, again, Asian Paints, let's ignore it. Wipro, decent action. I thought this would, just like HCL Tech, it would also move up today, but it has been doing well for last 5 sessions, right? Hence, there is not of much action in Wipro, but still, we were talking about the weekly closing, right? Look at this. the weekly successfully closed at this long. So even for weekly investors or long-term investors, this would be the perfect point to take position in Wipro and perfect addition in the portfolio because IT sector is favoring. HAL tried, but again, I'm not happy with the closing. Let's wait and see for a few more days. Bajaj Finserv not so great here. Demod to again see very weak action, right? Look at all other stocks and compare it with this trend. Let's wait for a few more days here. Just like M&M, it looks like M&M, but M&M looks much stronger than this one. Let's wait. If there is a breakout, we could take an initial pilot position, and once the price confirms, we can keep on adding it. Adani Green, let's ignore. This is not so great. Simons, I thought this would break out today because of I'm seeing a lot of action in other names. I thought Simons would do give a breakout, but it did not. So always be patient. Let the stock come to you. You don't chase the stock. Never chase the stock. Let the stock come to you. Only then we would take the entry. Single still a decent action today, but not a breakout happened here. Adani Power again very weak. Zomato see, it got recovered here, right? That's what we need. Still, it looks much weaker. Let's wait. We need at least to consolidate here, and a strong bounce would be nice to have. Nestle, ignore this name. IOC to ignore. Maybe it is trying to reach this 145. Let it break out. Then we can talk. Bharat Electronics finally again a little bit breather, but again you can see that this is a minor consolidation happening here. Any breakout from this level would be a new addition. I like this kind of consolidation. This would be our first entry. If there is a breakout here, I could take another entry because the stock is acting so well. It is not reacting to, it is not getting panicked, and whenever there is a strength in the market, this stock is also acting well. Varun Beverages, similar price action just like Bharat Electronics. Keep closely watching this name. If you haven't taken entry, if you are already in this, then you don't have to worry about it. Even Geo is also acting good. In fact, today most of the stocks are looking very positive. In fact, especially the finance names, the realty names, infra names, right? Even DLF has also done well today. Tata still, let's ignore this name. We have much stronger names than this. Vedanta again still acting well. We need this to be closing above this 520 level. There is some kind of expectancy about the dividend. Let's see how it performs after the dividend. Grasim finally we are seeing. Yesterday I've told that it is getting weaker, but today's price action is proving me wrong. It still has the strength, so we don't have to worry about the cement stocks. IRFs, I told you, right? We need to watch for the weekly closing. It is not as strong closing, but still a lot of better when we start with the Monday's price action. I expected a little bit higher because there was a lot of buzz about. Look at this LTIM, one of the star performer. In fact, this was our entry, and we were almost up to 8%. It's one of the best performer in our portfolio as well as Nifty. And look at this Indigo too. I think this is getting better and better. I don't want to draw many lines here. We can just delete this one. Whenever there is a breakout here, you can initiate a small pilot position, just like a testing position. Once if the stock follows through, you can take or add much more. Take him another strong name. It is acting very well. Although I thought just like HCL Tech, this would also break out, but this didn't further from this consolidation. SBI Life are still acting weaker. Pidilite again nothing happened here. ABB again I thought just like Simons this would also break out but didn't. Divi's Lab it is getting weaker guys. So let's just focus on the strong names. Why I don't want to put my time on the stocks which doesn't move. HDFC Life also nothing happening here. Hindalco too nothing happening here. PFC, let's wait whether the mini range would be taken out or not. Britannia again very weak. Don't spend your time here. Ambuja Cement, you have already UltraTech and Grasim, which are much stronger than this name. So that's what I explained about relative strength. During the same peer group, you always see the charts which are at the top right, topmost right hand of the chart. That itself says that the stock is at trading at its 52-week high or lifetime high. That it in fact tells you that they are relatively stronger. So Now compare yourself, open UltraTech, open Grasim and look at Ambuja Cement. Although the entire sector is doing well, but UltraTech has been at the 52-week high and all-time high. Gale too, nothing interesting happening here. Tata Power, I think we have to extend this line here. Looks like it is going to take much more time. Same with REC, it needs some more time here. Motherson Sumi still very weak. BPCL again very weak. Godrej Consumer Properties very weak. Eicher Motors still in the sideways. Ignore this. Bank of Baroda, I thought it was getting weaker, but it is a breather that the stock finally closed just below yesterday's close. As of now, decent but not much stronger like the private names. Cipla again very weak here. JSW Energy in the sideways, ignore this. TVS Motor too, not so great. Torrent Pharma, similar, nothing happening here. Shriram Finance, I thought this would close much stronger, but okay, relatively better. At least the chart looks. Let's hope that this level is taken out soon. We can take an entry there. Chola again not so great, just like Bajaj holding, still holding up. It did not get panicked much. He only down 1%. But also did not recover. I am not disappointed, but it would have closed much stronger, right? Adani Energy Solutions, nothing great here. Punjab National Bank, just like Bank of Baroda. See private banks and see public sector banks. We need closing somewhere around here. Dr. Red is not so great here. United Spirits, we were talking about how head and inverse head and shoulder is forming out. Let's wait. Let's wait for the breakout. Let's not take action. Loda has corrected a little bit. Anything, it is perfectly fine because whenever you see a strong move in a stock here, the stock was up 10% in last 7 days. You saw a minor pullback, and as soon as the market started to recover, Loda immediately bounced back. That is the strength trait of a strength stock. I prove nothing happened. Havels to try to break out, but again the closing was weak. Bosch is getting interesting. Let's wait and see whether it would we would. This looks almost similar like Mahindra and Mahindra chart, right? I love Mahindra and Mahindra chart much better than this one. But again, if this breaks out, perfect entry opportunity because our risk would only be hardly 3.5%. I am eagerly waiting for this. So add this name to your watch list and closely watch this name. Apollo Hospitals again interesting. We took an entry here. Our stop loss did not hit. Let's wait and see whether it would break out or not again. Zydus, nothing important happening here. Hero MotoCorp 2C, very weak. Naukri, finally the closing, we have taken entry. This was one of the first entry we have taken. Not as expected, it did not perform, but again, we know that Naukri is a bit slow mover and it needs some time. It will add stability to the portfolio. It won't correct much even in when the market panics. See here, it did not correct much too. It was only down 11%, whereas other stocks were down 25%, 30%. Tata Consumers not so great. Dabur again, look at here, not very interesting. This is a little bit interesting. You see here, I'm not adding this to my portfolio, but let's just see. I'm just pointing an arrow because this is a change in character. If you want to play the insurance space, probably this would be the best stock because it is acting at least much better than other names. And your risk would be only 2%. If you want to take an entry, this would be fine. 2.5% risk, only stop loss is 2.5, and you could move somewhere, expect a 9% or even the stop level 16% for a 2%, which is a decent risk reward ratio, right? Jindal Steel also acting very well, standing strong. Look at Sri Cement. In fact, we have been talking about this name for a long time, right? This too acting very wonderful. But again, my preference would be UltraTech. But even this looks like there is a change in story in Sri Cement after a long time. Let's wait. All these statements would come true only if it breaks 28,000 level. Canara Bank again took look at, we can draw here, right? It exactly took support at this resist trend line and got bounced back here. Union Bank, same story. IndusInd Bank still weaker, nothing major change here. Adani did not participate here. NHPC too not doing great. BHL, I've told yesterday I've taken a short position here, right? In fact, it was doing much better here. And look at the closing. While others, that's what I'm telling. The stronger names have closed above yesterday's highs, whereas the weaker names did not even close above yesterday's close. That's what I'm talking. And IRCTC, nothing great here. So that's it for this week, guys. In fact, today has been one of the most interesting days. I've enjoyed it as the day has passed. So kindly subscribe to my channel, and I am coming out with a special video tomorrow. So stay tuned to my channel. Thank you, guys.